Hi, my name is Keisha. I'm the owner of A Way of Life, and today I'm going to be talking about the Scorpio New Moon. Um, this is going to be huge. New moons are about new beginnings, setting new intentions, but it's also in Scorpio, and Scorpio is about letting things go that no longer serve you. It's also a water sign, so it's very emotional. You could be having a lot of emotional experiences at this time. It's also about secrets and research and digging deep for answers. This is also covers things that are considered taboo, like sexuality, sexual orientation, all the parapsychologies like astrology, numerology, palmistry, mediumship, tarot readings, intuitive counseling and things of that nature. This is also the psychology of money and what makes you tick. Your relationship to money and governmental institutions like, SSI, welfare, grant money, like everybody was getting all those stimulus packages, things of that nature, debt, taxes, insurances, other people's money, joint finances, people who owe you money and money that you owe to other people. This is also your patterns and things that keep repeating until you learn that lesson. So we've had Mars in Aries since the end of June, and Mars is Aries' original ruler. This is huge. It's been there since the end of June. Will be there all the way into January, which is rare. That's an extremely long time for it to be in its home sign. And then on September 9th, it went retrograde, which has been about reevaluating whatever area of life this played out in, for you in, which you can find on my Patreon page. I have all 12 signs, Mars and Aries, what area of life and what kind of things may have come up for you at this time. Mars and Aries will be squaring all the Capricorn planets. This is what I've been talking about this entire year, the stellium of planets that have been in Capricorn. And that has kind of been about sustainability. And Mars is like, what I want, freedom, my independence. And Capricorn is governmental structures and institutions, governmental laws, restrictions, and blockages and stagnant energy. On November 14th, Mars is going to turn direct. On the lower vibration, this could be anger, aggression, frustration, impulsivity, social unrest. You're really going to try to want to be on the higher vibration of this energy. Your hero self, what is it that you're trying to achieve, or what area of life are you trying to level up in some kind of way. Mars is also the ancient ruler of Scorpio. On the lower vibration, this could be animal instinct and more intensity and focus. On the higher vibration, this is transformation, when you learn to rise above the chaos, to focus enough to see where you really want to focus your energy. And that's really the higher vibration of Scorpio. This is how you transmute energy to break old patterns. This is higher consciousness. The phoenix rising. Whenever I think of this, I always think of Lucy. I don't know if anybody remembers seeing that movie, Lucy, when she kind of was given the drugs and she kind of went through these series of reaching that 100% capacity of her brain, when she was beginning to realize things and she was going back and she was realizing all these things, but she was moving full force forward. This is like the best example in my brain of describing what this Mars square, all these Capricorn energies is in the season of Scorpio. I feel like when Mars goes direct, first of all, we're going to want to go full speed ahead with everything that we've learned over this period of retrogrades that we've had overall, you know, and, you know, again, some people, it's going to be animal instinct, and I want to go, I want to get stuff done, you know, and be super ready, frustrated, even aggressive even. And on the other hand, again, on that higher vibration, a lot of people have learned to just deal with what this time has kind of brought us, which is, you know, to be mindful of, you know, you got to wear your mask, and, you know, you're making sure you're staying clean, and, you know, focus, that intense focus, right? Of just being aware of what's going on and noticing it, but also picking and choosing what you want to give your energy to. Like, that's your superhero power. And I kind of feel like that played out, that theory, that energy played out very well in the movie Lucy. You got to go back and watch it now, and you're going to be like, oh, I get it. Or maybe not. Overall, you know, that is the Phoenix Rising. Another really good movie or example of this is the actual Phoenix Rising, the X-Men movie. Jean Grey. I don't know why I can't think of her name. Her superhero name. Jean Grey is her human person, everyday name. But she is the Phoenix Rising. That was her character, I know for sure. But she always kind of had this depiction of when she got super mad, that she would get super focused into things or whatever that was, and you can kind of see the power flowing up around her, but she'd be focused on that one person, like how she almost killed, what's his name, whatever the bald guy's name is, but you know, she rose up above her frustration and was able to see from a bird's eye view to really depict, okay, what is really happening here? You know, do I believe everything that I'm hearing on the outside, or do I focus in on whatever it is I'm trying to do? What do I want? You know, again, Scorpio is about your deepest, darkest desires. You know, and making sure that you're fulfilling that. So what do you have to achieve to do that? What old patterns are in your way? What blockages do you have coming up? What old thinking do you need to get rid of? You know, these types of things that are coming up that you really, really have been super hyper focused on anyways, but probably super frustrated because it's like, you know, how do I do this? How do I navigate around it when you got restrictions and blockages and things coming up that are probably in your way from this kind of growth? But that is literally how you break patterns. Like, usually if I'm coaching somebody and they have a lot of Scorpio energy, it's about trying to do things differently to get out of your own thoughts of how you would normally do things. Like, you know, try writing with your left hand if you're a righty, and vice versa. Try putting on your left shoe first if you're a righty, and you would normally start there. Brushing your teeth with your left hand instead of your right hand. You know, all these kind of brain things to get you out of doing your normal patterns of what it is you would used to do, which is like what this whole year has really been about, right? Your normal patterns may have been interrupted in a major way, so you've had to think differently to do something. And they say it takes what, 20 to 30 days or 30 to 40 days to break a pattern. So we've all kind of had this huge, massive lesson somehow, some way, where we've had to change something and do something differently. And we've just been anxious and excited to like, all right, go. But Mars has been in retrograde and you've probably been super tired or exhausted. And anything that you attempted to do is probably like, oh, do I have to do this today? And you know, now that Mars is going to be going direct, I think the one lesson that Capricorn really was trying to teach all of us is to stop and think, sit and wait, review, go through things before you make really big decisions. Have a plan, write it down. You know, this is kind of just like what this energy is all about. Because we probably started a lot of new goals and achievements. So really making sure that that's how you move forward forever. And this is not just a moment. And that's why it's been so long. It's embedded in us now. Like we're all going to be a boss, if you will, because that's kind of like Capricorn is like the father, the father role, you know, the dominant person or the dominant parent. So we all kind of became a boss or the dominant of some area of life that we have been trying to achieve goals in over this period of time that we're going to, when Mars goes direct, you're going to feel that momentum of just wanting to go. But just remember to keep hold of that Capricorn lesson that we've learned, to stop and think, sit and reevaluate, have a plan, and then go. You will benefit tremendously from this. Overall, this energy is going to bring a lot of movement in anything that may have been stopping you. And again, you can get, you can go back to my YouTube page. I've probably gone through every Mars, all my Mars videos, my Mars and retrograde videos, and then again with the horoscopes on Patreon. So so there will be a lot of movement, but not just because of Mars moving direct, but also Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn have all, and Pluto have all, they're all forward movement planets now. And although Mercury is still kind of, you know, catching its momentum, Mars will be catching its momentum. And we probably really won't start to feel this until next month, but nonetheless, this is all green lights. And then we have Neptune going direct on November 29th. The only planet that will be in retrograde is Uranus. And this is massive. Like, this is going to be, people are going to feel super relieved, hopefully on the higher vibration of that. But on top of all of that, Mercury is in Scorpio, or will be in Scorpio, a few days before this new moon, and which is just going to intensify everything that I just talked about. Mercury is also opposite Uranus, and which is clarity, truth, awakening, the higher mind. So a lot of things that are going to come to light at this time, and really for the entire next year. Like, I think I've been talking about this just as much as the stellium planets in Capricorn, where, you know, this is the awakening. You know, 2020 has been about 2020 vision, but if anybody wears glasses, you know, to have perfect vision is actually not 2020, it's 2021. So this has been the precursor of all more truth, more reality, more waking up to really any goddamn thing. Old patterns, lies, secrets, you know, whatever, you know, on a global scale, only Lord knows what kind of truths are going to come out. But on a personal scale, whatever area of life, again, this is playing out for you, there could be some kind of secrets revealed, or just some light shed on some things that maybe you might have overlooked, or because Scorpio rules, old patterns and things, it'll bring things to light that you're gonna like start to realize, like, oh my God, this is what I have been doing that's been keeping me in this cycle of things that are happening. And now you're seeing ways, solutions, new solutions too, because Uranus is like technology, innovation. So it'll be new, exciting things to help you move out of this energy. Yeah, I think this energy is going to be super dope. I think I say that about almost everything, but well, that's because, I've tapped into my Phoenix rising energy. I can always see both sides. That's also a Gemini thing. We see both sides of everything, but, we don't always give in to the right side. So it's been very interesting to be on the right side of all of this. So I hope this information was helpful. Peace.